Want to retire early? Time is your secret weapon. Use it. Seriously, the single biggest advantage you have isn't how much you make but how soon you start. Imagine two people. One starts saving at 25, the other at 35. That 10-year difference can literally cost you over $560,000 by retirement. We're talking about $560,000. That's the life-changing power of compound interest, and it's why I'm making this video for you today. Procrastination is the most expensive financial mistake you can possibly make, and we're going to put an end to it right now. So, how do you actually do it? It sounds complicated, but I promise it's not. I'm going to break it down for you completely. I'll give you 10 actionable steps you can start today to retire early. None of them involve winning the lottery or getting some crazy inheritance. These are practical, real-world strategies that have been proven to work time and time again. We're going to cover everything from the magic of investing early, building multiple income streams, and automating your entire financial life so you can build wealth without even thinking about it. Get ready to take some notes, because in the next 17 minutes in this YouTube guide, we will go over some quick, practical, and actionable steps. My goal here is to give you a complete roadmap. By the end of this video, you won't just understand the why, you'll have the how. The power of compound interest is so incredible it almost feels like a cheat code for life, but it only works if you give it enough time. Time is the fuel for your money-making engine. The longer your money is invested, the more time it has to grow, and then the earnings on that money start making their own earnings. It's a snowball effect that starts small but becomes an absolute avalanche of wealth over time. Let's break down the numbers because this is where it gets really crazy. Imagine you start investing just $300 a month at age 25. Assuming a pretty standard 8% average annual return, by the time you're 65, you would have over $932,000. Now, let's say you wait just 10 years and start at age 35 with that same $300 a month. By age 65, you'd only have about $375,000. That's a staggering difference of over $557,000. You invested $36,000 more over your lifetime by starting early, but you ended up with over $500,000 extra. That 10-year delay is the most expensive mistake you can make. For every single day you wait, you are literally losing out on potential future dollars that your money could be earning for you. The person who starts at 25 is having their money work for them for an entire extra decade. That decade is the most powerful one because it's when the compounding effect really starts to pick up steam. It's like planting a tree. The person who plants it today will have a massive, fruit-bearing tree in 40 years, while the person who waits 10 years will have a much smaller one. You can't make up for that lost time. So, the takeaway here is simple and non-negotiable. It doesn't matter if you can only start with $50 or $100 a month. The amount is less important than the act of starting right now. Open the account, make that first deposit, and get the clock working in your favor. Your future self, who will be enjoying a comfortable retirement, will thank you more than you can possibly imagine. Don't be the person looking back at 35, 40, or 50 wishing they had just started today. Be the person who did. This sounds incredibly simple, but it's where most people get tripped up. As your income increases over your career, you get a raise, a promotion, a better job. The natural tendency is to increase your spending to match. This is called lifestyle creep. Text, avoid lifestyle creep, or lifestyle inflation, and it is the silent killer of wealth. You make more money, but you're not getting any richer because your expenses are eating up all the extra cash. Your car gets a little nicer, your apartment gets a little bigger, you start eating out more. Create a gap between what you earn and what you spend, then take that gap and invest it. Aim to save and invest at least 20%, 30% of your income. For some of you that might sound impossible, but it's about making conscious choices. You have to decide that your future financial freedom is more important than some of the temporary comforts of today. This isn't about being cheap or depriving yourself of everything you enjoy. It's about being intentional with your spending. So, where do you find this money? It's time to do a deep dive into your budget and be ruthless. The biggest culprits are the big three: housing, transportation, food. But the easiest wins are often in the smaller recurring expenses. Go through your bank statements and look at all those monthly subscriptions. Are you really using all of them? Probably not. Dining out, coffee, delivery apps. A few lattes and DoorDash orders a week can easily add up to hundreds of dollars a month that could be going straight into your investment account. The mindset shift here is key. Every dollar you don't spend on something you don't truly need is a dollar you can put to work for your future. Instead of seeing it as I can't afford that, start thinking, I'm choosing not to buy that, because I'd rather buy my freedom. When you get that raise, pretend it never happened. Automate that extra income to go directly into your savings or investment accounts before you even have a chance to miss it. This discipline is what separates the people who retire early from those who work until they're 70. Chapter 3. Okay, now that you're living below your means and have money to invest, where do you actually put it? This brings us to step 3. Maxing out your tax-advantaged retirement accounts. This is the low-hanging fruit of building wealth, and it's basically like getting free money and tax breaks from the government and your employer. The first and most important one for most people is your employer-sponsored 401k, especially if they offer a match. An employer match is literally a 100% return on your investment, instantly. You can't beat that anywhere. Let's be crystal clear about the 401k match. If your company says, we'll match 100% of your contributions up to 5% of your salary. That means if you put in 5%, they put in 5% for free. If you don't contribute enough to get the full match, you are voluntarily turning down part of your compensation. You're leaving free money on the table. So, before you do anything else, your absolute number one priority should be to contribute enough to your 401k to get the entire employer match. Not doing so is financially irresponsible. After you've secured the full 401k match, the next step is to open and max out an IRA, individual retirement arrangement. You have two main flavors, a traditional IRA and a Roth IRA. With a traditional IRA, you get a tax deduction now, but you pay taxes on the withdrawals in retirement. With a Roth IRA, you contribute with after-tax money, meaning no upfront tax break, but all of your qualified withdrawals in retirement, including all the growth, are 100% tax-free. For most young people, the Roth is the way to go because you're likely in a lower tax bracket now than you will be in the future. Paying the taxes now to get decades of tax-free growth is an unbelievable deal. Finally, there's a secret weapon that not everyone has access to, but if you do, it's incredible. The Health Savings Account, or HSA. If you have a high-deductible health plan, you can contribute to an HSA. This account has a triple tax advantage. Your contributions are tax-deductible, the money grows tax-free, and your withdrawals for qualified medical expenses are also tax-free. And the best part? Once you turn 65, you can withdraw the money for any reason, just like a traditional IRA, and you'll just pay regular income tax on it. It's like a super IRA, maxing these accounts in this order, 401k to the match, then Roth IRA, then back to the 401k or an HSA. This is the most efficient way to build wealth. Chapter 4. This next step is a huge mindset shift for a lot of people. You cannot save your way to retirement, you have to invest. Simply letting your money sit in a traditional savings account is actually making you poorer over time. Why? Because of a little thing called inflation. Inflation is the rate at which the cost of goods and services increases. It typically averages around 2 to 3% per year. If your savings account is only paying you 0.1%, you are losing purchasing power every single day. Your money is getting weaker. The only way to outpace inflation and build real wealth is to invest in assets with potential for higher returns. For most people, the simplest, most effective way is investing in low-cost index funds, ETFs, exchange-traded funds. These funds don't try to pick winners. They match a broad market index, S&P 500, total stock market index. The beauty is simplicity and diversification. Instead of finding the next Amazon or Google, you own tiny pieces of hundreds or thousands of companies. That spreads your risk. Some companies will do well, some will do poorly. But, over the long term, the market has trended upwards. Because these funds are passively managed, their fees, expense ratios, are very low, so more of your money stays invested. A key strategy, dollar cost averaging. Invest a fixed amount on a regular schedule, e.g. $300 a month, regardless of market moves. When the market is down, you buy more shares. When the market is up, you buy fewer. This removes emotion and guesswork. Don't try to time the market. Keep investing consistently. Focus on the long term. Let the market do the heavy lifting for you. Don't panic in downturns. See them as buying opportunities. Chapter 5. If you really want to turbocharge your journey to early retirement, relying on a single paycheck from your 9-to-5 job is like trying to win a race with one leg tied behind your back. It's possible, but it's slow and risky. Step 5 is to build multiple income streams. Every extra dollar you earn outside of your primary job is a dollar you can throw directly at your investments, dramatically accelerating your savings rate and shaving years, or even decades, off your retirement timeline. The goal is to have money coming in from different directions. Let's do a quick rapid fire of some examples to get your brain working. The most common one is a side hustle: graphic design, writing, coding, lawn care, house cleaning, dog walking. Beyond trading your time for money, you can start building more passive income streams. Dividend investing is one way, where you own stocks in companies that pay out a portion of their profits to shareholders. Another massive one is real estate. Now, you don't have to go out and buy a whole apartment building. You could start by house hacking, buying a duplex, living in one side, and renting out the other. The rental income can cover your mortgage, allowing you to live for free and save your entire housing payment. Etsy shop, a blog, a YouTube channel, an e-commerce store. These often take a lot of work up front but can eventually generate income while you sleep. The point isn't to pick one of these and become a millionaire overnight. The point is to start layering them. Your 9-to-5 covers your living expenses. Your side hustle income goes straight into your Roth IRA. Your rental income pays down your mortgage faster. When these streams work together, your wealth-building machine goes into overdrive. Chapter 6. Before you can really get ahead, you have to stop the bleeding. High-interest debt is like a financial anchor weighing you down and actively working against your wealth-building efforts. Credit card debt, personal loans, payday loans, anything with an interest rate that's in the double digits. Paying 18%, 22%, 28% interest on a credit card balance is a guaranteed way to lose money. You can't expect to earn more in the stock market than you're losing to these high interest rates, so you have to eliminate this debt with extreme prejudice. Attack the debt with the highest interest rate first. This is a mathematical certainty. Every dollar you put towards a 22% interest credit card is saving you 22% in interest payments. That's a guaranteed 22% return on your money, something you'll never find in the stock market. Make minimum payments on all debts to stay current, then throw every extra dollar at the highest interest debt until it's gone. Debt avalanche method. Debt snowball. Focus on the smallest balance first, regardless of rate. Paying off a debt completely gives you a quick psychological win and builds momentum. Avalanche saves more money in interest, but the best method is the one you'll stick with. If a quick win keeps you in the game, snowball is fine. Schupern. Chapter 7. Alright, let's talk about defense. Building wealth isn't just about offense, investing, and earning more. You also have to protect yourself from the unexpected curveballs life inevitably throws. This is where an emergency fund comes in, and it is absolutely non-negotiable. An emergency fund is a stash of cash, typically 3 to 6 months' worth of essential living expenses, set aside for true emergencies only. This isn't for a vacation or a new TV. It's for a job loss, a medical emergency, an urgent car repair. The primary purpose is to act as a buffer between you and disaster. It prevents you from going into high-interest credit card debt or being forced to sell long-term investments at the worst time. Imagine you lose your job as the market nosedives. Without an emergency fund, you might sell index funds at a massive loss to pay rent and derail your retirement plan. Your emergency fund is your financial fire extinguisher. Where should you keep this money? It needs to be liquid and safe, accessible quickly with no risk to principal. Do not invest it in the stock market. The best place is a high-yield savings account. Online savings accounts with higher APYs that are still FDIC insured and safe. Your money earns something while it waits. Figuring your number is simple. Add up essential monthly expenses: housing, utilities, transportation, food, insurance. Exclude discretionary spending like entertainment, dining out. Multiply that monthly number by 3 to 6. Stable job? 3 months might suffice. Freelance or unstable income? Aim for 6 months or more. That cash cushion gives peace of mind and is the bedrock that protects your retirement investments so they can grow uninterrupted. Chapter 8. You wouldn't start a road trip without a destination in mind, and the same goes for retirement. You need to know what you're aiming for. Step 8. Set clear, specific retirement goals. Vague ideas like, I want to retire early, I want to be rich, aren't helpful. Get tangible. First question, at what age do you want to retire? 60? 55? 45? Write it down. This sets your timeline and how aggressively you must save. Next, define your retirement lifestyle. Traveling the world, staying home and pursuing hobbies, live in a high-cost city, move somewhere more affordable, be realistic and detailed. This helps estimate your needed annual income. $60,000 a year, $80,000 a year, $100,000 a year. That annual income number is the most important piece. Then calculate your total nest egg using the 4% rule. The 4% rule, a planner's rule of thumb. Withdraw 4% in year 1, then adjust for inflation each year, giving a high chance of funds lasting 30+ years. Simple, powerful. Calculation, desired annual income times 25. Example, $60,000 times 25. Animated calculator, $60,000 x 25, sir, $1,500,000, which gives you a target nest egg of $1.5 million. Progress bar filling to $1.5 million. Now retire early becomes, I need to accumulate $1.5 million by age 55. You have a concrete, measurable goal. Work backward to find the monthly amount to invest, which makes it feel real and achievable. Chapter 9. The financial world is not static. Tax laws change, new investment products appear, economic conditions shift. Step 9. Commit to lifelong learning. Your financial education didn't end with this video, it's actually just beginning. Taking control of money is ongoing. Staying informed protects and grows wealth. You don't need to be a Wall Street expert, but learn the fundamentals and track changes that affect your plan. Start with books. The Simple Path to Wealth, J.L. Collins, The Millionaire Next Door, Thomas Stanley, and William Danko. I Will Teach You to Be Rich, Ramit Sethi. Beyond books, find credible online sources. Be cautious, lots of bad advice and get-rich schemes exist. Do a quick financial check-in a few times a year. Are 401k or IRA contribution limits changing next year? Could new tax laws affect Roth conversions or capital gains? Staying informed lets you make small plan adjustments and optimize. The boring advice is usually the best advice. Chapter 10. We've covered a lot of ground. It might seem like a lot to manage, but the final step, step 10, is the secret to making it all happen effortlessly. Automate everything. The most successful investors are the most hands-off. They build a system up front and let it run. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It'll help us grow and reach more people.